All right, welcome. Today we're going to tackle English sentence structure, but forget all those boring grammar rules you had to memorize. Instead, we are going to unlock it with a simple, super intuitive concept that honestly feels more like a cheat code for the language.
I mean, seriously, are you tired of memorizing endless sentence patterns? Does grammar feel like this rigid set of rules you just can't seem to crack? Well, you're definitely not alone. But what if I told you there's a much, much better way?
So, right here, right now, we're going to stop memorizing and start actually feeling the language. And we're going to do that by reframing everything around one simple, really powerful idea: energy flow.
And that's it. I'm not kidding. That is the entire key. Every single time you see a verb in a sentence, the only question you really need to ask yourself is, where is the energy of this action going? And the answer? Well, that pretty much unlocks the whole sentence for you.
Okay, so let's actually put this into practice. We're going to look at the two main paths, the two main directions this energy can take. And you'll see this simplifies things a lot. So on one side, you've got what we call intransitive verbs. Just think of them as self-focused. The energy starts and ends with the person doing the action. Then on the other side, you have transitive verbs or target-focused verbs. This is where the energy is launched out from the subject and actually hits something else. Just take a super simple sentence like I run. I'm the one doing the action, and all that energy from running, it starts with me and it ends with me. The energy doesn't go anywhere else. It doesn't transfer to anyone. It's totally self-contained. Okay, but now look at this one. I hit him. See the difference? My energy doesn't just stay with me this time. Nope, it leaves me, travels through the air, and makes an impact on a target, in this case, him. My energy is transferred. And that right there, that's what a transitive verb is all about. Okay, so we've tracked where the energy goes. But what happens after it hits its target? This is where our next big idea comes in. We need to know what happens to the character after the action is over. First things first, let's just toss out that boring old grammar term, compliment. I want you to think of it like a status badge. Like in a video game, or maybe just a status update. It's the little piece of information that answers the question, so what's their state now? And this little status update can pop up in two main places. Sometimes it updates the main character, the subject, like in, he looks cool. Boom, his status is now cool. Other times it updates the target of the action, the object. For instance, I made him happy. My action literally changed his status to happy. Now, this is super important because you gotta know the difference between this and an adverb. An adverb describes the style of the action, how it was done, like quickly or loudly. But a compliment, our new status badge, describes the result of the action, the state someone is in after it's all over. Style versus result. It's really that simple. All right, we've got the basics down. So let's level up and see how this whole energy flow thing handles some of the trickier sentences you might come across. So you've probably heard about those confusing sentences that have like two objects. Again, forget the grammar textbook. I want you to just think of it as the get item principle. Basically, the action causes someone to get something. Let's take this one apart. I bought my sister a snack. Okay, so my energy, the buying part, it goes to my sister, and what happens? She gets the snack. So the final result is super simple. My sister now has a snack. The energy flow ended with her getting something. See? Simple. Okay, now for a really cool one. This is kind of my favorite. It's what happens with verbs of perception. Like see, hear, or feel. With these, the energy flow actually flips around. It's not about your energy going out, it's about the object's energy coming in and hitting your senses. It's a total influence reversal. Check out this example. It makes it so clear. I felt the wind blowing. Think about it. Am I doing anything to the wind? Nope. It's the other way around. The wind's energy, the blowing, that's what's hitting me. That's what my senses are perceiving. The flow of influence is coming from the object to the subject. Pretty cool, right? Okay, let's wrap this all up. It's time to lock in this new way of thinking so you can really start to feel that true English vibe in every sentence. And to make sure this stuff really sticks in your brain, let's create some mental pictures. For an intransitive verb, picture someone dancing all by themselves in front of a mirror. All that energy stays with them. For a transitive verb, think about throwing a ball to someone. The energy leaves you and goes to a target. And a compliment?
Just imagine a little status bar floating over a video game character's head.
So, if you're taking notes, here are the 3 big takeaways. 1. Verbs are just direction signs for energy. 2. Complements are the status tags showing the result of that energy. And 3, please remember this. Adverbs describe the style, but complements describe the final state.
Look, if you forget everything else we talked about, please remember this one idea. Stop trying to memorize sentence formats. Instead, just follow the flow. Ask yourself, whose energy went to whom, and what state did they end up in? That is the real vibe of English.
And just like that, you have the key. So the next time you're reading something or listening to someone speak English, don't just see the words on the page. Try to feel the energy. Go on, get out there, and feel the flow for yourself.